Hello everyone and welcome. If you're new to the channel, I'm so happy that you stopped by to check it out. And if you're here before, I'm honored that you've stopped by and come back. So I want to thank you. And you know, as we go into the video here, I just want to point out that I've got Ginger here. She's a regular on our videos. She'll come and go from my lap, as well as our other Yorkie, who is off here to my right and maybe making a stage entrance here as I talk. Well, she's not going to stay. So they'll be coming in and out. But what I want to talk about is there's a crackdown on e-bikes. And if you haven't experienced the impact of that crackdown, well, you're going to likely experience it soon. So what I want to talk about, what is this crackdown all about? And who is it that's cracking down? And I think you'll be surprised about who it is. And finally, why is there a crackdown? But first of all, I want to start off with, what do I mean by a crackdown? Well, most states and a growing number of local communities are passing laws and ordinances restricting the use of e-bikes. Many states have a section dedicated to e-bikes right in their motor vehicle code. And I've talked about this before in my video about the state of California proposing legislation requiring training and an endorsement on your driver's license in order to operate an e-bike. And you know, it seems like that when California creates a new law, many states follow and create a similar law. So, you know, look forward to that coming to a state near you. Local units of government, your townships and villages and cities, are jumping into the whole thing because they're receiving complaints. Maybe those complaints are from a vocal few, and the complaints are that e-bikes are operating in a reckless manner and at excessive speeds on the bicycle and walking trails. In addition, the local police are investigating more and more accidents involving e-bikes, and some of those accidents are personal injury accidents, serious accidents. Now, the anecdotal evidence seems to indicate that the reckless driving and the accidents are caused by the more youthful e-bike operators. So, local units of government are placing age restrictions on who can and who cannot operate an e-bike within their jurisdiction. The age restriction is typically for the younger person, less than 16 years of age. Another restriction local units of government are imposing is banning e-bikes from certain trails and walkways. So you may be wondering, how will the police go about enforcing these restrictions? And I might add, also enforcing the state's vehicle code as it applies to bicycles and e-bikes. Well, police departments are purchasing e-bikes so officers can track down the violators and write them tickets, or maybe even go so far as impounding the violator's e-bike.
You're going to jail.
There's a push in New York City to have e-bikes registered and display registration tags like cars are required. And this proposal is out there, and it's not without pushback. People are making the point that the spandex cyclists are just as reckless, and maybe even more so, than the e-bike riders. Yet there's no crackdown on this cycling population. Colleges and universities are jumping into the fray by banning e-bikes from the interior of campuses and banning them from dormitories altogether because of the fire risk. The risk of fire is real because some e-bikes are sold with batteries that do not meet safety standards. This year, in New York City alone, 18 people have lost their lives due to fires caused by e-bike batteries. And that's way too many people. Now, a word of caution, if you are shopping for an e-bike, make sure the e-bike battery meets the UL or the Underwriter Laboratory standards. Otherwise, you may be putting yourself and your family at risk. Many apartment building owners and managers are banning e-bikes because of the risk of fire. The risk is not that great if you have an e-bike with a UL approved battery, which fortunately most e-bikes now have. But because of the publicity surrounding the fires in New York City, apartment managers are jumping on the bandwagon by not allowing e-bikes on their property.
The trouble with those people is they jump on the bandwagon. What?
Another troubling development is that insurance companies are refusing to insure bicycle shops that sell e-bikes. Apparently this is because of the perceived risk of fire. And if bicycle shops that sell e-bikes are able to get insurance, then their rates are likely to significantly increase. And either this means that you may not be able to purchase an e-bike from your local retailer, or if you can purchase one there, the price of that e-bike will increase to reflect the increased cost of the insurance these stores are paying. So what's the underlying theme of this crackdown? The theme is the tendency to punish e-bike riders as a whole, and I would propose that rather than adopt a whole bevy of laws, ordinances, and regulations that are targeting e-bikes, our local units of government should enforce the laws that are already on the books. The state's vehicle code applies to bicycles and e-bikes in the same fashion as it does for automobiles. Local units of government should supply their police departments with e-bikes so the officers are out there on the trails, out there on the sidewalks and roadways with the equipment to enforce the vehicle code. With the equipment, police officers can write citations for speeding, failing to stop at stop signs, and for reckless or careless driving. This enforcement would apply equally to e-bikes as well as to the spandex cyclists. Once this enforcement activity begins, it's not going to take too long for the word to get out, and we'll see a lot of people riding their bikes in a safe manner. The fire hazard is real. It is real with these substandard imported e-bike batteries. And I think states' attorneys general should go after the companies that are supplying these batteries, and they should pursue large civil penalties as well as pursuing possible criminal charges against these companies. And I'm sure the families of those unfortunate 18 people who lost their lives in New York City as the result of the e-bike battery fires, I'm sure that those families are pursuing their own civil remedies as well they should, and hopefully the payoff is good for them. Never replace their family members, but hopefully the payoff is good and the punishment is bad for those companies that are supplying those batteries. And you know, we all pay the price for these dangerous batteries. We pay the price with higher priced e-bikes and bans from rental properties, and as well as the other issues I've talked about here in this video. So I just hope that we can all enjoy safely riding our e-bikes and let us charge our batteries without worrying about fires. And you know, I'm honored that you've come to my channel and you've stuck with me here to the end of this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so you're notified when I upload another video. So until next time, stay healthy and enjoy that e-bike. Bye-bye, everybody.